Wolverhampton. We've been here for a week and a half, got comfortable.
You got too comfortable.
Yesterday we woke up thinking we were going to go, and I said to Michael, can we stay one more day? Like 2 minutes later we were staying. And then this morning, worst thing about this mooring is the amount of emergency vehicles.
There's a hospital just the other side of that bridge. But half of them are police.
And then this morning I tried it again when Michael said, time to get up, we need to move. I was like, should we just have one more day? And he was tempted, but here we are. Yeah,
but it's been a good place to stay.
Because the little park here, like a tiny little park, and there is a footpath, but it's not really...
Not really trafficked at all.
No, you have to go out of your way to walk around here.
It's very convenient. There's a guy who does really good freshly made donuts.
Yeah, we can walk to Asda, like we're right by town, we're right by the train station. There's a lot of mooring, but they're all 24 hours, but obviously because it's winter you can stay for 2 weeks. Because the flight's closed, there's been no traffic apart from on the first day the workboat's going down.
15-minute walk from the university in Asda.
Oh yeah, and the football stadium. There was a football game on Monday night, so that was a bit noisy, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, and all the pubs and everything, like literally all the pubs have a sign saying
no away fans.
No away fans, or home team only, and home fans only, which is kind of funny. I'm like, I don't even know who the home team is. Am I allowed to come in? Wolverhampton. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, that explains the wolves everywhere too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, I just don't catch on with sports. So, anyway, the cool thing is we were able to get some repairs done as well.
Yeah, so Michael properly fixed the transmission cable that he'd fixed before we had to push up here in the ice.
Yeah, it's a quick budge.
So it's much better now. And we also...
We got our coal.
Yeah, we made a bit of a boo-boo with the coal delivery. Like, for some reason, I thought we were still... I don't know what I was thinking. Michael said, how many bags of coal do you want? And I was like, well, we fitted 15 on the roof last time. Let's get 15. Like, there's loads of winter left. It's mid-February, it's Valentine's Day today. So we've probably got 6 weeks left of winter.
Is it Valentine's Day today?
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. 2 days before our anniversary. I didn't realize it was Valentine's Day. I thought it was like the 12th. Man, I suck at this. Well, that explains the guy walking around with all the heart balloons yesterday. Oh. Oh. Life on a boat.
Anyway, we've got enough coal to last us till next winter now. Yeah,
February next year.
So we're back on the BCN now, actually. The Wolverhampton flight is on the Old Main Line. Last time we were on the BCN, the Birmingham Canal Navigations, was before Christmas, and I kind of decided I didn't understand the routes. Like, they're all quite convoluted and they cross over each other, and it's called the Birmingham Canal Navigations, but within that there's about 20 different names.
Little ones, and there's loops and
there's all sorts.
What used to be loops but are now dead ends.
Yeah.
And yet are maybe going to be reopened at some point.
So I made a map. Some of you might have seen it. I made like a tube-style map of the Birmingham Canal Navigations, and it's quite helpful. It shows the routes, but it's not to scale. So before Christmas we did the southern half of the Birmingham Canal Navigations, and now we've got to do the northern half. And there's no way we can do that without repeating at least 2 sections.
We're definitely crossing the old route in 2 places.
Yeah, we're going today to
and
where
we're replicating part of it.
Yeah.
Today's trip is primarily about diesel, because we got a big coal delivery. We've got things fixed. We're all good and ready to go. We need a lick of paint, but that ain't happening until the winter's over. But we had a diesel. Because
we had such a rush to get up the Wolverhampton flight, we didn't get it at the bottom, which is there's a couple of places.
Yeah, I misread the map. I saw this boatyard that was listed at the top of the flight, and I thought that was, like, I got them inverted. So the one that's actually at the bottom of the flight is the one with diesel, and the one at the top of the flight is a sign painter. So basically, we came up and discovered that we had no fuel, and there's virtually no fuel on the BCN.
Well, not this end, yeah.
Yeah, well, until you're on the other side of Birmingham. So luckily, Joe found it in the book, on the book. You found it online.
Yeah.
It wasn't listed in any of our books.
And the coal people told us
and the
about
people who ran the coal boat, who arranged the delivery of coal, told us about CAGGIES boatyard, which we had passed and I had noticed and then promptly forgot about.
But that means we've got to go up 3 locks just to come down again, because the section after CAGGIES boatyard is closed.
Yeah.
So we think we're going to do that. I've forgotten the name of that junction. Is it Tipton Green? Is that one? Factory Junction?
Something like that.
So we need to go up those locks, come back down, and we think we're going to moor at Dudley Black Country Museum.
Yeah, outside the Black Country Museum. And on the way, about halfway down, there is a small arm called? The
Wednesbury.
Wednesbury. It looks like Wednesdaybury.
Wednesbury? Probably Wednesbury. And that arm originally, I think, went all the way up to the Warsaw Canal.
Yeah, it went all the way across. And they're talking about possibly rebuilding it at some point, or possibly opening up a new route. So that'd be cool.
So we should get going.
Yes. So at the moment, we're going to just pop 20 feet, stop, and I'm going to unload liquids. So it's not the most exciting.
HORESLEYFIELD Junction, and we're heading down the Old Main Line towards Birmingham, and we're at the junction. I've forgotten what this line is, but it heads towards CAGGIES. I think it's the Worley and Essington. I can't remember.
Back we crossed through a section, like a narrow section with there was just a whole bunch of weed on the surface and stuff, and I felt something catch on the prop, but it didn't cause it to wobble or anything. And then as we got further along, I ran into something under the water, which it turned out was two of those orange plastic barriers that are put around construction sites and stuff, and they were up against some tree, so they just caused the boat to deflect. And as that happened, I heard something else hit the prop. And yeah, so I lost power. We pulled up here, didn't completely lose it, but lost a lot of power. Pulled up here, opened back up. I had to stick my arms into a freezing cold canal to pull out the rope and plastic that had run itself around the prop, and also somebody's like long underwear. So yeah, that was not pleasant.
So we are just turning down the Wednesbury arm for an explore and see how far we get. nice down here. I feel like there's a lot of litter everywhere, and we're permanently like on the edge of industrial buildings, and we're on the edge of like housing estates. So it's definitely really urban, but the canal does still provide this pocket of kind of oasis away from all that. And there's wildlife, and oh my goodness, the sun's shining today. It feels like spring. It's so nice. Yeah, really enjoying the section, even though there's a big massive factory there and there's rubbish. But yeah, it's nice. So it turns out that this part of the navigation finishes closer than we thought. There's a dredger blocking the navigation, and there's also mud. The dredger's sitting on mud. So we're kind of sat on mud at the moment as well, and we're going to have to reverse now because we can't get to the turning point. So that's a shame. Footway closed. No idea why. Hi! Is the towpath closed? Is the towpath closed?
Yeah, this is Towpath.
Ah.
This was the bridge just with the walls coming down.
We're going back up the locks, and yeah, done the first one, 2 more to do. We're both ready to stop.
So, welcome to Tipton Green.
We decided not to go all the way to the Dudley Museum moorings for a number of reasons. One, we didn't know there'd definitely be a mooring there because it is quite nice. Two, we were there 2 months ago, exactly 2 months ago, because, well, nearly exactly, because we were there for Michael's birthday, which is the 16th of December. and you have to go in and you have to turn around and come out again. So it's
not the easiest turn at all.
We were coming along and Michael spotted this mooring in Tipton, which is like literally right before the museum. Like,
yeah,
we could walk there.
Yeah, the junction's just beside us.
10 minutes walk.
We're right beside a statue to one William Perry, the
Tipton Slasher.
The Tipton Slasher, the pugilist champion of England for quite a few years. And when Joe went over to look at the plaque to Mr. Perry, she was like, "What is pugilism?" I've decided that pugilism is the art of, irritating small Chinese dogs.
So it's a little bit noisy here because we were right by a busy road, but hey, we were right by a busy bridge in Wolverhampton, so we're used to traffic noise.
Yeah, and we haven't heard a single ambulance since we got here, so that's nice.
Yeah, and oh my goodness, it's just been the nicest day. I don't think there's been a cloud in the sky. Okay, there's a couple of clouds in the sky, but it just feels like spring.
Yeah.
Feels like just
like we bought the coal too
yeah,
late.
we've got 15 bags of coal on the roof.
Yeah, but that has probably cursed us to the worst March and April in English history, so you never know. It's really pleasant.
It just feels like the first day of spring, even though it clearly isn't.
It's a good payback for having to stick my arm in the canal.
Yeah, we knew we were back on the Birmingham Canal navigations when within
a rope got wrapped around the prop.
Within about an hour.
Yeah, and we bashed into a bunch of things, and yeah, it's been a good little trip today. Wolverhampton became very, very industrial very quickly.
It's felt pretty urban the whole way. We had a little detour down the Wednesbury arm, but not very far.
Not very far at all, because I came around this corner and Joe started waving at me to stop.
Or just slow down, just to warn you really that.
Yeah, and all I could see from my position was a workboat that was sitting there with an excavator sitting on it. But it wasn't blocking my path, so I didn't know why you were waving at me.
But we don't know whether our Nicholson's guide is just out of date, saying that you could go further than that, or whether that should have been opened. Because there was also another little, I don't know what those tiny little boats are with.
Oh, just a little
tug type thing.
Yeah, I think that was the tug for the main boat. But
that was blocking the navigation, like you couldn't actually get past there. So we were kind of thinking, should we just move it, because it wasn't tied up or anything. And then we hit mud, so we decided to back up.
Yeah, so it's actually in there, the excavator's in there to dredge that area, I guess.
But there's no stoppage notice. Yeah. But then we don't know if that should be open anyway, because we were going on a 10-year-old Nicholson's guide, so yeah, we don't really know. It felt quite nice, like even though there was that big factory that we went past, there was like a little wooded area, and I mean there was lots of litter everywhere, but it still had a really nice feeling about it.
And there was a whole bunch of wildlife.
Yeah, there really was.
Although the water was the color of, well, diarrhea.
Did you notice in Wolverhampton the water was like crystal clear?
Yeah, the water in Wolverhampton was wonderfully clear. I could see down and see all the fish. And then we got down to the junction, turned down the junction, and all of a sudden it just went mud brown.
Yeah. And like weeds and rubbish.
Yeah, and anytime I back up, there's just a cascade of that black water again off the bottom. So, but other than the little bit of struggling with the fact that there's some junk that's collected because there hasn't been any traffic, it's been gorgeous. Like it's just been a wonderful day. Yeah. Getting over to the diesel felt like it was going to be more of a chore, but then it was actually quite pleasant to go down the locks. We literally had to go down the lock. We had to go down 3 locks and then like half a mile to get diesel to turn around and come back up the same 3 locks. So it did feel like a bit of a pain, but it was just really nice. Yeah, and the guy there was really nice and friendly, and I had to walk into town to get some cash because they don't take a card there. Did you see that other boat? It was up on chocks, and I think it was a wooden boat, and it was just falling to bits, and there was no window frames or windows, so no glass, but had curtains inside. It was quite funny. No, I didn't see that. So it's basically time for us to get on to our romantic Valentine's Day
What have
dinner.
you got planned for? Oh yeah, chips.
Yeah, well, we were also talking about macaroni and cheese yesterday, so it's like
You want macaroni and cheese and chips?
We should do macaroni and cheese and chips. I'm
petitioning to move on tomorrow because even though it's okay here, the weather's forecast to be the same, so I really want another day like this.
Yep, and that works for me.
Okay.
So from the land of the Tipton Slasher, thanks for watching. Like, Click the bell if you want to get notifications after you've subscribed and commented.
So yeah, we think we're gonna. Oh, the other thing is we need to get. I'm talking a lot. The other thing is
Yes, you are.
we need to.
It's okay.
You said it. The other thing we need to do is get diesel. So
Yeah, right. So, quite likely require actually stopping at a petrol station and filling up some soda bottles, or
and going through. Not that we'd transfer fuel in soda bottles, Michael.
no, I'm joking about the soda bottle. It looks like Wednesday and Bury decided to have like an illegitimate baby, and you end up with Wednesbury. Wednesbury?
It's Wednesbury.
Wednesbury. Okay, Wednesbury. Sure, why not?
Wednesbury.
Wednesbury.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, one of those two. Completely illogical pronunciations of a bunch of consonants.
Let us know below.
Anyway, George report. He's over there. He has completely pooped himself out this morning.
Good. I bet he does a poo as soon as he starts walking.
Oh, I meant he was tired.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought you meant he'd exit his bowel.
Well, okay, I wasn't talking about that because that's rude. Okay, we're recording.
Welcome to.
Wait, hold on. The what do you call it?
Statue.
No, specifically the plate. What's the plate called?
Plaque.
The plaque. And I've decided that pugilism is the art of molesting small dogs from China. Not like that sort of molesting, but you know.
What kind of molesting?
Like harassing. Yeah, so there's a big. So there. Let's just start that one over. To the what's it called? Starts with a G.
Grungy.
Nope, that's
Gravel.
not.
Grimly. You little one-take wonder.
One take wonder. Slightly out of order, but